Hey guys, just a real quick one here. I've had some questions about bleeding the rear brakes and how to get to the reservoir back here because it's in such a position where it's really tough to get to. And really the solution to that is just to simply take this reservoir off the bracket and just remove it. Now, the supply hose here is on a bracket of its own. You just kind of have to slip it out, and then you can bring this entire reservoir out into an area here, and you might even just maybe want to somehow mount it on the subframe here, and then you have access to it, and somehow you want to keep that thing upright so it's not spilling fluid out everywhere. But I think that'd be the best solution there, is just to remove the reservoir, detach it from the smaller hose bracket down below here, and bring it underneath the subframe and out to where you can get it. There seems to be plenty of hose here to where I don't think it's going to kink it or anything if you just very carefully bring it underneath the subframe and then out here, and then maybe with a zip tie or something, or somehow position it to where it's held firmly, and you keep it upright so you can replenish the fluid as you bleed the brakes or do a fluid change. I think that's probably the best solution there, guys. So if you're wondering about that, that's the way I'll probably end up doing it. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, so if you want to get in here and take this off, it's just the one bolt there, and it'll have Loctite on it, so it's going to be a resistance kind of a thing getting it all the way out. So just be aware of that. And then when you tighten this thing back down, just keep in mind that this is plastic here, so you have to be careful you don't tighten it down too tight and end up cracking that plastic. Not be a good thing. So I'm going to take the reservoir off and just show you a little solution here as to how I would do this as a little demonstration. Okay, so if you look carefully here, you can see there's a blue Loctite on here, a medium. So you're definitely going to want to clean that off and then put some fresh Loctite on it after you are finished doing your job there. So you can see I've got it out now. Should be able to free it up from the bracket here, and looks like you can see they've laid the Loctite on pretty thick down in there where it threads into. You can see the blue in there, so it need to pop it out of the bracket here. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so if you look here, this bracket actually just slips off the subframe. So now you've got your reservoir out here, but now you have to have a way of somehow holding it upright so you can get your supply going, so you can get your job done. And so let me show you what I'm going to do here. Okay, so what I've done here is I've just taken one of my small clamps and clamped it onto the subframe here, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the reservoir up here in a position to where it's still upright and level, so you can replenish the fluid. And you've got it outside the motorcycle. Of course, I would be covering up all of the areas here with painted surfaces and everything. I would have rags all over this just in case you spill the brake fluid. You're not damaging your painted surfaces or your finished surfaces. But let me get this set up here, and I'll show you the final bit. Okay, so what I've done here is I've just used some zip ties. Let me get you a couple of different angles here, just so if you've got some ideas of your own. And like I said, this is just a small clamp on the subframe here, and you can see what I've done to bring that out there so you have access to it, so you can change out fluid or do a bleed on your rear brakes. One more shot from around this side here. And it's just a matter of, a little trial and error as far as how you need to get the zip ties or what have you. But basically, let me get my other clamp here. I've used this type of clamp. It's just a small clamp that you could get at any hardware store. I think I got this one at Harbor Freight, if I recall. But anyway, there you go, guys. If you needed an idea how to get the brake fluid flushed out or do a rear bleed on the rear brakes, this is a good solution. All right, guys. Thanks.